Hello everyone, welcome to Trains on Tuesday and welcome back to the layout. Today we're going to take a look at my solution to the switching dilemma that I introduced last week. If you haven't seen last week's video, the introduction to last week's video outlined the problem that I face today of getting these trains sorted out. I did not mention what the biggest problem is, and I'll have to put my copy down to tell you about it. The big problem I have here with my dead end track at the east end and my dead end track at the west end, the Prairies and the Port Vancouver, is that they both exit and enter the layout in the same direction. So trains exiting off the main layout do so in a counterclockwise direction. Trains entering both from the Prairies and from the docks enter the main circuit in a clockwise direction. Ideally it would be the other way around. So I explain this by saying west is east and east is west. And to get over it operationally, a train leaving the Prairies, this is the Prairie branch line here, that will go onto the circuit, run 5 times around the circuit, and then arrive in the main yard down here. Once there, the engines will be cut off to the servicing area, and new engines assigned on the other end, and it goes 5 times around the circuit again before exiting the other branch line to the docks, and vice versa. And it works great, but somehow in my operations, and this is not planned in any way at all, somehow in my operations I have ended up with too many cars in one spot, not enough cars in another spot. And usually with my grain operations, I have 3 trains, sort of in situ, we'll say. There'll be one at the docks, one at the Prairies, and the other one essentially here, or somewhere in between. So there's always a loaded one headed for the docks, or an empty one headed for the Prairies. But today, I have a long loaded train coming off of the Prairies and a long empty train coming off of the docks, and I have no train in between. But there are 2 other trains, as you can see, on the layout. So somehow I've got to get them out of here, knowing that east is west and west is east. So both trains are going to be going in the same direction. I could try following on the same track, or I might put them both in the same direction using both main lines so they run parallel. We'll see how it goes. Here we go. Let's give it a try. So the first thing we're going to see here is the train coming off the Prairie branch line at the same time that the sulfur train is going by. So now we're waiting for access to the main line, and this train is going to be doing the double crossover here at some point, but it's got to wait. The eastbound train is now making its way down to where it will rejoin the main lines. An abrupt stop there. Now he's waiting to come out onto the main line there, through that turnout. But that's occupied. At this point, I've run into a problem. I now have 3 trains on one track going the same direction. Got to rethink this. Well, nothing for it. This one's going to have to take a yard track. So here we go. Hopefully I got all the points set right and the blocks turned on. Okay, back to this situation. Okay, we've got the two grain trains on the same track, following each other, but we're going to follow this one because it is ready to exit the layout and head for the docks. Seems to be in a real hurry too. Well guys, this has gone on long enough and I'm only just now reaching the halfway point. I think I'm going to call an end to it. It's really turned into a comedy of errors. This lead loco on here pulled away from the other one at one point, and when I stopped it and backed it up, I ran it into the other one and smashed the coupler right off of it. It took quite a lot of work to fix that. Anyway, we're going to pull into the yard now with both of these trains, and if we manage that without any more errors, then I think that's going to be it for today. I'm going to really have to think about what I'm doing here to sort this out so that I don't end up with too many cars in one place. Okay, that one's going in on track 15 and it's not going to clear, and then it's separated again. This is the sort of thing that I've been having trouble with. That's just separated there, those two cars. Oh dear. So this is our eastbound train. It's the last one we're going to move today to the midpoint. This is going in the yard on track 21. Not that there are 21 yard tracks. Well, this was a day when, if it could go wrong, it did go wrong. I've been laughing. Comedy of errors. I've had turnouts I forgot to get. Blocks I forgot to turn on. Cars uncoupling, inexplicably. Cars uncoupling where they've not uncoupled before. Engines pulling apart, as I say, and then I smashed the coupler off, and when I went to fit it back on there, I thought it was going to be an easy little job with a screw, and I started with an awl to make an indentation for the screw, and then when I got the drill on there, started drilling out, something snapped and I ran something into my finger and I bled. it's just been a comedy of errors, and we've only reached the halfway point. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed it. I certainly did. I had a good laugh here this afternoon. So anyway, see you again next week for another Trains on Tuesday. Bye for now, everyone. Okay, back to this situation. Okay, our two grain trains are following each other around on one track, and we're gonna follow this one around because he's ready now to exit the round layout and head off to the prairie. Sorry, he's not going to the prairie at all. He's going to the